Hi, I'm James Dean Vogel of the Bioprocess Institute, and this is Between Two Ferals. Today we're going to have a special guest, Milena McFeeters, who is the chair of the ASME-BPE and also CEO of Refined Sciences. Let's meet Milena. Welcome, Milena. Glad to have you back to the Bioprocess. So a lot's happened since the last time you were here, so we want to hear about it and try to catch up on a few things. Probably one of the big news is you have a lot of big news going on in your life, but let's talk about the BPE. You're now the new chair of the ASME-BPE. Can you tell us a little bit about how that happened? And you're the first female chair there, and also I think one of the first ladies in the Board of Pressure Technologies also, right?
Yeah, thanks. So there was an election at the beginning of the year. So every chair of the ASME-BPE standard served for at least 6 years. And the previous chair, Ken Kimbrell, was coming to the end of his tenure, and there were a number of people were nominated, and an election process at the Standards Committee was elected. And started in that role July 1st, so it's all brand new. Andrew Lamour was elected as the vice chair of the standard as well, with Burkert. And so we're just kind of taking over the leadership, maintaining the good things that the previous leadership had put in place. It's always a process, and we always build on what people have done before us, and trying to bring also some new ideas, and perhaps trying to make the standard easier to work in collaboration with all the experts that we have. So one of those things is actually on the strategic view, in how do we decide what we're going to prioritize in our group. So that's one of the things we want to bring a little bit more help to people, how to decide that. Can we use the best practices in all the subcommittees, and try to expedite the process of developing content and getting that approved. That also goes with training, and at the same time, we want to always keep an eye on what's the goal of the standard, and what are we there to do, which is to serve the biopharmaceutical industry.
Yep.
So what value we can bring to that, and value, or the way that the standard remains relevant is by adapting to the changes to the industry. So bringing new technologies, or maybe technologies that had been out there for a while, but we have not discussed a lot related to single use. And also bring value like certification. The certification program has grown, and we just recently started the seals and gasket certification, which you were part of.
Right, we were out doing the training in San Diego a few weeks ago. Yep.
That's correct. So those are things that we want to have a strategic view that help us prioritize those things that bring value to the industry.
Well, it sounds exciting. We're looking forward to your tenure as chair. Thank you very much for being there. I know we have a meeting coming up and ongoing, and we have at the end of the video, we'll have contact information for ASME if you're interested in where the standard would be. So tell us about your other new things. So you started a company, you're working in single use. Can you tell us about Refined Sciences?
Sure. So beginning of the year, we started a company called Refined Sciences Incorporated, and we are a single-use integrator. So we put together single-use assemblies in a clean room. So most of them obviously are custom. So what we want to bring to the table is a very solid understanding of the requirements from the industry. As you know, and you're an expert in this, is single-use is a different responsibility from the manufacturer as multi-use equipment is, and is in some respects a ready-to-use assembly that is provided to somebody that at the point of use at the end user, they have to rely that that was manufactured according to the right standards, conformance levels, and that it actually, the validation that was prior done by the end user in terms of sterility, for example, now is done by that supplier that they selected. The moment that you open that assembly in your clean room, you better trust that it was done right. So we believe there's a lot of risk associated to selecting the proper partners. And it's important to do it with people that definitely understand the conformance levels in the industry and that also have a strong background in manufacturing, that they're able to qualify and validate their key processes. And that's where we think we're bringing a difference.
Excellent. That's great. That's great. So last week I visited your manufacturing facility. It's state-of-the-art. Well done. I think, you know, the level of quality that you have there is tremendous. And
Thank you.
I was really impressed. Do you want to look at some of these assemblies that we have here? Maybe you can talk a little bit. Here's a simple one that's there. Maybe you can talk to that.
So, yeah, this is just a simple connector with 3 aseptic disconnects. So it would be something very common to use, you know, trying to connect different lines on a process, and then you can go to, you know, from fluid transferring to sampling. So here's a little manifold with you know, sampling bottles, and those, they're all, like we were saying, they're all customizable. So on the size of the bottles, the, you know, the length of the tubing, and things of that nature. And so that's mostly what we work on would be fluid transfer and sampling systems. But most then would be custom to what the customer requirements are. But we do some of the homework of making sure that the components that go into the assemblies have the right pedigree, so the right conformance levels, or at least that our customers are informed of what conformance levels they're going to get with the components that they have selected.
Okay. All right. Very good. Very good. And so you're based in the United States, but you also have people in Europe too, or where are you covering? What's your coverage?
Yeah. So we're part of a group that is based in Sweden, but Refined Sciences today is in the U.S. We're in Wisconsin, so we're manufacturing in the U.S. And I believe our plans in the future would be to expand to Europe, but for today, we're just in the U.S.
But you have sales representation worldwide, I guess, or?
We have sales representation in the U.S., and we're starting to develop channels in Europe.
Okay, very good, very good. Well, I'm excited to see this. It's definitely looking forward, a big endeavor for you, and that's great, and I wish you well, and congratulations on founding the company and get it up and running. We miss you here at BPI, but I know you'll be doing very well there. Can you tell us a little bit about some of the aviation stuff you've done this year? Last time you were here, we talked a little bit about it. So where's your last flight been, or what have you been doing this summer in aviation?
Yeah, so yes, I still have the little plane, and I still fly. And this summer, actually, we were flying some of kids from underserving neighborhoods that may not have the opportunity to get an experience with aviation, just to get them to open their eyes so that that's a possibility. And even if it's not, that to give them a sense that, hey, you just can do anything that you want. You're even flying an airplane right now. So I had a 12-year-old that was with me, and she took the controls, and she was like a natural. I mean, she was turning and doing all kind of things. She really loved it, and she came back down, told her mom she wanted to be a pilot. So there we go. So
maybe she should enlist in the Air Force when she gets out of school.
That would be a good one, yeah.
Yep, absolutely, absolutely. All right, well, I know we also have someone else here to visit us, so let's see if we can see that. So maybe you want to introduce Jeff and kind of just how he works with Refined Sciences and helps us out with things?
Yeah, sure. So, hi, Jeff.
Welcome, Jeff.
Greetings.
So, Jeff Marshall from Perigo, they're the company that it's our partner for Refined Sciences. here in New England. And so Jeff has been very involved into helping us get this off the ground. And I've known Jeff for many years from my previous experience before the Bioprocess
and
Institute.
With BPE,
and through
been
BPE,
a member of BPE for many years too.
Also a member.
Yep. Great. Well, it's great to have you guys here. I look forward to seeing Refined Sciences out there with the end users. And thanks for coming to Between Two Ferals and Bioprocess Institute.
Thank you, Jim.
Yeah, thank you, Jim.